Rebels and the Auburn Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something. I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Running inside. It's Cobb. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. Offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Working that left side now. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
And the Rebels will try to move the chains on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got out of trouble and throws. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And it's the hardest thing in college football to stop, is the unscripted. Like, you can't tell where he's going to be, when he's going to be there. He's in the pocket. He's moving around. Palmer, he just has a knack of making plays.
Yeah, and part of what's so hard to stop it, David, too, is that offenses practice those situations throughout the week. It's the scramble drill, right? Quarterback breaks contain. Receivers have to break their routes off. The guys that are shallow, they go deep. The guys that are deep, they work back to the quarterback. And while it looks chaotic, there actually is some method to the madness. In the offense, they're able to convert.
The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running the red zone. It's Lacey. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Time winding down in the corner as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Rebels! setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Cobb. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Trying to impose their will with the run. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
On third down, here's Washington. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
And that is great third down and short defense. You're thinking up the middle, up the middle. You got to react to something wide. Great job seeing the toss, stretching it out, making sure they don't get downhill, making sure they don't get the first down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it. First down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution.
There's some room. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. The play-action fake. Using the quick game. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Defense, man, you got to go low and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He'll run it again. Maybe a crease. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Going to the run. It's Washington. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running inside. It's Cobb. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Next going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown.
This offense really struggled in the first half, but how about taking the last possession down the field, punching 6 on the board with a chance to tie this football game up. Low scoring, but nice job finishing this half with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Goes high to pull it in. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner is stopped. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Turning it on! And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
There to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Here's a give to Washington. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Washington. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
On the run, it's Washington. They've got him in the backfield, and that will be a loss of pretty much what he got on the previous play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low, and the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Quarterback adapting. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Now they'll run it to the right here. Here's a little room there. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Off the boot, looking for his man. Now sliding to his left. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Run inside. It's Lacey. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll start on the ground with Washington. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
One of the reasons this defense is so hard to move the football on, they've got a safety back there who's just reading the QB's eyes, and he's so athletic and so fast. He's able to break passes up, and right now, it's like he's just toying with the quarterback. He's inviting him to try and take some shots, knowing that he's going to get there to disrupt the ball.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you've now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. On his feet at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Brown wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. He lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burner's at. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Running inside, it's Washington. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Now third and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it way down the field. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think first and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense.
Makes a catch. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Needed to stay alive, and it's good. They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. The run inside. It's Lindsey. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Offense changing the play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They've got a little work in front of them here on 3rd down, and they want to keep this drive alive and try to win it with a touchdown. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gain.
Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. Draw play, quarterback keeps it.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to fire. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime!
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, a don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a good second down run. commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Pocket breaking down. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Running inside, it's Smothers. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Thank you. That's what the defensive backs say to the defensive linemen when they get home and put pressure on the quarterback fast and the ball comes out erratic.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Manning from the gun on third down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Gets the back moving. Arch is going to throw for it. Pressure coming. Wide open downfield. Oh, he found a space, all right. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB. to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and a mile and a half. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Arch Madness. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Going right and going deep. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Looking for space. It's Lacy. Breaks into the open. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Trying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. Might have a chance. Rumbles all the way down to the 6-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and he gives him a 1st and goal. And the Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Run in the red zone. It's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative. You're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. Get inside that 5-yard line, ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It's complete to the right. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost to pick up a first down at the 23.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
Here's Arch to throw. Now adjusting. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He gets a hand on it, and they scoop it up.
And how about the push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the block.
He wants to change this route. The run inside. It's Lacey. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Lindsey. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He got a step and just dusted the field. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's Manning to throw. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Most defenses are lucky if you have 1 good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
The play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown. What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And there's something you don't see often. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And he tacks on the extra point. The Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. Bringing it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
To throw, Manning. He wants to go deep. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Reads it, fires complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They go play action with Manning. Looking to buy time. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Texas! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the counter. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Cook. Runs through a man. He might have space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. He's going to... There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Lindsey. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Takes the handoff. It's Lacy. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Trying to run, it's Lacy. Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Simon. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Throwing Manning. Finds his man. It's Townsend. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Manning on play action. Got it in the middle, it's Smothers.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The run inside. It's Smothers. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback.
Yeah, and how I throw I think is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Manning. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll send the back in motion. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Arch is going to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. He'll throw it. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the first down if he could have stayed in the field of play.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Booster, booster. Sweep, sweep. Right. Chip. Where did he go?
4th down, Manning. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Elko before the game. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done now.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Bought a little time, lets it go. Punts it out of the air. At midfield, he's got room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And this offense talked about coming into the game, creating those explosive plays, being great on third down. Check, check. Both of those plays happen on the first drive, and they come through already in a great rhythm to start this football game.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, get a nice positive game in the toss.
Reed! He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like Butt, and he's got room. Bust through behind his pad. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Quarterback may change this route. Running inside, it's Lacey. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job game tackling as this game goes on.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Lacey. Turning it on. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design.
Oh, and they blocked it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they line up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's Owens. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. That's caught. It's Riley. Runs through the tackle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Reed unloads to the wideout. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
You want to stress a defense? Get the quarterback outside the pocket right now. Really good job running the bootleg to the left, getting the quarterback outside of the pocket. He can chew up ground in such a hurry, or he can throw the football down the field. Makes it really tough on defenses.
Looking for a crease. It's Lacey. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the back. Got his man down the middle. Touchdown, bounces over the top.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7.
Kill. 180 race car. 180 race. Spade Ruby.
Trying to pound it in. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morrow. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. They bring him down. The option 1-2 perfection, and it will move the chains. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got a man. It's Bussey. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on fourth most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Reed to throw. That's caught. It's Riley. Crosses the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Could not make his way to the corner.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
That's exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision making.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now, the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several.
Oh, he's got some space. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Runs through a tackle. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, and now they're finding out about him.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Bang, bang, bang.
Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lindsey. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access, some cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Here's a heat, and it's a sack.
And that's a play the defense needed to get their team momentum back. You know the coach was telling them inside the locker room at halftime, we need something good to happen right away. We have got to set the tone, and we got to do it on defense. So on 3rd down, on the opening drive of the half, they're able to get the sack. They're trailing just by a few points. They have an opportunity now to take the lead because of that great play.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throwing Reed. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Riley. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get it.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking for room. It's Owens. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Finding open areas. Turning on the Jets. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20 all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the move. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Reed. Got a man. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with exactly where you want to be in this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Lacey. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
Guys, I can't believe this. They must not trust their defense at all. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to go for it here. You want to talk about a high-risk decision. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Reed. Got a man. It's Owens. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's Reed to throw. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Aggies. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
He's got it. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires left. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
Rushes on him. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets past the marker. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. Quarterback making checks. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Trying to find the end zone. He gets it in. Touchdown, Rebels. The Rebels surge back on top.
And listen to the crowd. They're going absolutely nuts. If they get the extra point, they tie this thing. In all likelihood, it's going to overtime, and they've got the home field crowd behind them. What a huge advantage in this moment.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they decide to tie it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we could be headed for free football. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Reed. Might be looking to run. Throwing on the run. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation, but we've got overtime coming. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
So here comes our first play of overtime. The run inside. It's Lacy. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. Right back to it. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
In the red area, it's Lacy. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels! They get on the board first here in the overtime period. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. Interesting decision here as they'll go ahead and go for 2.
Spade, Liddy, magic. Ready. Move it.
From the gun. Did not get it. Might have gotten a little greedy there in overtime, and the lead is only 6. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Holds and fires complete to the right. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. Here at home with this conference opponent and heated rival coming in, this is an opportunity to make a name for themselves in the conference. The SEC is off to a competitive start, and they have got to prove themselves here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Rebels ready to kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. He'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games.
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Jones to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Rebels are facing 3rd and inches. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lacey. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside, it's Lacey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Touchdown, Rebels. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Pryor. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Jones wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Now you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll go to the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Jones to throw. With the catch, it's Brown. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Uncorks one. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pryor. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Pryor. Ripping through the defense. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. And wings it incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, it's Ball. Got some room headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Gator! It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down, you got to make plays, you got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. An 84-yard drive there, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Takes a handoff. It's Lacey. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lacey. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
To the air on 1st down. A spectacular one-hand grab.
How about the eye-hand coordination by the tight end there? That ball was not put on his body, wasn't put on his face mask, but he's able to stick out the big hand and pluck it right out of the air.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Lacey. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Quarterback making adjustments. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Rebels will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. It's Haas. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Lacey. Got a little press. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it. It's Lacey. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Nice second down defense there that time. It looked like the defense was anticipating the drag route that time. You saw they were able to rally to the ball, get him down on the ground. It now sets up 3rd down in the red zone. Let's see what they do here.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Upstairs he's got it. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Now improvising. Complete on the shuffle. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Good right down the boulevard. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lindsey. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll run the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know that...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Snags it, and he's open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Middle of the end zone. He's got it.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Jones to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have...